All right, hi guys, it's Mr. Burden here again, and this week we are factoring out polynomials, and more specifically we're going to work with trinomials. Tri meaning three, and if you see we have three terms, 1, 2, 3 terms, right? We have, our exponent term, we have our variable term, and then this last term is called the constant. Because if you add it on or subtract it from anything with these variables, it is constant, right? It doesn't change. There's no variable attached to it, okay? So if we look also, we see that all of our lead coefficients, the starting coefficient is 1. There is no number in front of those variables, so I know that it is 1. Okay, which makes it easier because we would have to multiply that lead coefficient times the constant, which gives us the number that we need to factor. All right, I'm going to start with number 1. It is super easy, but I just want to go through the steps so that you guys can see what we're doing there. Okay, now, like I said, 1 times 7, okay? So my number that I'm going to factor is 7. And then I know that the only factors of 7 are 1 and 7, okay? Now, when I add 1 plus 7, I get 8, which checks out with that coefficient there. That coefficient is 8 in front of the b variable, which means that our two factors here are going to be 1 and 7, right? So I'm going to do x plus 1 times x plus 7, okay? Easy peasy that way. When I multiply x times x, I get x squared. X times 7 is plus 7x, plus 1x, or just plus x, and then 1 times 7 plus 7. When I combine these terms, I will end up getting 8x, okay, plus 7. Okay, and so it checks out. It goes back to the beginning. Oh, sorry, I was using the x variable, but it is b as the variable. It doesn't really matter what you put there. I could put smiley faces for all we care. Smiley face squared, 8 smiley face plus 7. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. All right, let's go on to try something a little bit tougher. And I figure that some of you will have questions about problems like this with the negatives, right? So if I multiply my lead coefficient, which is 1, times negative 12, I get negative 12. Now, I know that for my product to be a negative, it means... Why aren't you drawing? There we go. Product to be a negative, it has to be a negative times a positive or a positive times a negative. So let's list out all of the factors of 12. We'll just list them out normal, and then we can assign them positives and negatives. So I'll do 1 and 12. Those are both factors. And I'll do negative 1, positive 12, and then positive 1, negative 12. Both of those will equal negative 12, okay? And then I've got 2 and negative 6, or negative 2 and 6, okay? Both of those will equal negative 12, okay? And then finally I've got 3 and negative 4, and then negative 4 and 3, okay? Those are all of the factors that would give me negative 12. Now, what I have to do is see which of these factor pairs will add up to positive 4. So maybe you've already done this. Maybe you've kind of already gone through the math in your head. That would be great. If I add up negative 1 and 12, that equals 11. Okay, let's see. 11. Okay. It's not drawing very well. Okay, and then positive 1 and negative 12 is negative 11. Oops, like I said, it's not drawing very well, but you can see. Negative 11. Okay, we're going to move on. 2 and negative 6 gives me negative 4. Negative 2 and 6 gives me positive 4. 3 and negative 4 gives me negative 1. Negative 4 and 3. Sorry, that should be negative 3 and 4 gives me positive 1. Okay. So which of these gave me positive 4? Well, that would be negative 2 and 6. Okay, 6 minus 2 is positive 4. So these are my two factors. These are my winner, winner, chicken dinners. And so then I just go x minus 2. Sorry, we'll do this the right way this time. We'll do n minus 2 times n plus 6. Okay, now when I multiply n times n, I get n squared. N times 6 gives me plus 6n. Negative 2 times n is negative 2n, and then negative 2 times positive 6 gives me negative 12. When I combine these middle terms, I get a positive 4, so I get n squared plus 4n minus 12, okay? But ultimately, you're factored out. Your answers are n minus 2 times n plus 6. And that's how we factor out polynomials, guys. It's easy as that. All right, I hope you guys are doing well. Please reach out if you have any questions. I hope you guys have a great day.